Ma'am, judicial overreach has been time and again coming into the news. But ma'am, I think that it is about providing the political alertness and also working on those sectors where the implementation is not done. So it is about uh, we can say alerting the system as well.
Samixa,
Yes.
since you're from Gujarat, this year Navratri celebrations, the 2023, because Navratri is a gala event in Gujarat in the state. However, it was marked by a very sad news that around 10 deaths had happened in 24 hours because of non-communicable disease or heart attacks. Why do you think there has been this rise in non-communicable disease, especially in the states which are relatively richer or economically doing better?
Ma'am, if I talk particularly about the Gujarat, what I have seen is there is a culture of fast food, and that is rising day by day. It is considered that if you eat fast food, you are cool and you are very much wealthy. So this is a considerable thing over there. And when people like in other states, I am not much aware about the condition, but in Gujarat, they are having a sedentary lifestyle because of the increasing per capita income and also the rich status of the society. So, ma'am, they have the maid overall in the house. Moreover, as like the women force participation is also lesser, so they are not having any physical activity as such. And ma'am, over that, they are. I can say that the culture of going outside and eating, this is more highlighted, and this is fine. Like some people do eat outside every day. This is also noticed.
Okay. Has government taken consideration of this fact and has it done anything about it? Because it's a major toll on India, on its human resource as well as a country. We have to look at the health aspect of the people. Has there been any movement, any mission, any program with respect to non-communicable disease?
Tell me 3 things which you have liked in the policy and one which you don't like and you think it is unnecessary.
Okay. Sir, in new education policy, one thing which I liked very much was the importance of vernacular language or the mother tongue. So, teaching the students of class 5th or 4th in their own mother tongue. This is one initiative of the new education policy which I liked. Other would be, sir, the system which is changed from 10+2 to 5+3 plus 3 plus 4. That system I like because assessment at each level would be good in this way. And then, sir, another thing about new education policy, sir, the dual degree thing. I like the dual degree thing because, for example, if there is a student of science, but then he wants to pursue some part-time courses in a foreign language maybe, so he can do that also. So I like this.
One thing which you really didn't appreciate?
Oh.
You can't think of anything?
Sir, no, sir.
What is your reaction to the foreign universities setting up their campuses in our country?
Sir, that is a very good initiative, I think. There is criteria also that the university should be in top 500 ranking, only then it can establish its campuses in India.
Suppose once these universities set up their campuses in India, don't you think that these universities will come in direct competition with our own universities?
Sir, competition is always good.
Always good. So what could be a flip side of it, disadvantage of it? Just one reason?
Sir, one could be that Indian university could not cope up with the competition which is provided by the foreign university. But sir, I don't think that would be the case because we will always aspire to be the best, and so there would be a healthy competition.
How can public administration effectively address corruption in India?
Sir, I am not able to.
You are not able to.
Think.
Okay, thank you.
Samixa.
Yes.
You are basically from Gujarat?
Yes.
Okay. Samixa, very recently some traders have demanded, the very recent diamond city that have been built, that the alcohol ban must be lifted in that particular area. So what is your opinion? Because of course it is considered that Gujarat is a dry state. So I would like to ask your opinion. What is your stand on this? Why people are demanding that alcohol must be served, or maybe the ban which is there must be lifted?
Sir, in the gift city area, this demand has been raising, and somehow the government has also accepted the demand. Like it's not fully into the policy right now, but in the newspaper they are covering that the government has accepted. So the reason for this is that they are saying that people are investing from the foreign countries, and there are also some cases where the foreigners are also visiting the place. So for the economic development and for boost, especially because alcohol is not easily available in the whole Gujarat. So if in gift city is it available, then it will boost the economic area of there. So that is one of the reason. But sir, I think that regulation is much needed in this aspect.
Now, what is your opinion? What about freedom of choice? Keeping in mind the present context of liberty, equality, and fraternity. Now, it is also associated with freedom of choice of the individual. Why, in fact, people are prevented from even, you can say, having alcohol? What is the reason? What are the anomalies in that? What benefit that the government is getting? Because ultimately, it is also depriving its revenue from it. Yes.
Sir, the government definitely is losing on its revenue. But sir, on the other side, the health indicators and the domestic violence cases, all this have shown a positive remarks that this has reduced, especially in Gujarat. And if we talk about the areas where...
Are you sure about that? As per the National Crime Record Bureau data, domestic violence cases have reduced in Gujarat?
Sir, not because of... We can't generalize about the alcohol cases. But sir, because of alcohol, the impact has been positive. Yeah.
But whatever view you take, try to stick to that. And you give reasons for that. This is what I personally feel, so that the interviewer is aware that this girl is capable of thinking differently, and she has her own mind also.
Okay.
Okay. So that is very important, because you are going to be a part of the civil services. You have to have your independent thinking, your independent views. Like at one point of time you said, I would not like to rate the government.
Yeah.
These are very,
Sir, but isn't it very dangerous to say that I rate this much and then who are you like to rate this?
No. Give as I said, as a person of common prudence.
Okay.
What do you feel? Then you are giving again a caveat that don't ask me any questions about the government's performance. Not like that.
Okay.
Freedom of speech has to be there. It comes with certain conditions, but it should also appear that you have again a thinking mind.
Yes.
Okay, so that kind of a thing should not happen.
Okay.
Similarly, if you are able to prioritize your arguments,
yes,
it will give you a much better presentation. Like Russia-Ukraine crisis, Israel-Palestine crisis, the major issue of human suffering, you lost sight of that.
Yes.
Isn't it? That is, as a human being, if it happens to us, how will you react?
Yes.
So that is very important. So just prioritize your views. Otherwise, you are coming from land of Gandhi.
Yes.
Gandhiji's views on women empowerment.
Yes.
So that is very important.
RBI's monetary policy always try to regulate inflation in terms of CPI. So it is an indicative of the economic growth and the price rise that is taking place in our economy. So this is the importance.
Okay, so which CPI exactly RBI targets? There are 3 sets of CPI.
Yes, sir.
CPI urban is there, CPI rural is there, CPI combined is there.
Sir, we CPI combined.
Right. What is the difference between CPI urban and rural? Why 2 different sets of consumer price index?
Sir, rural and urban demand supplies are way different. So that's why. So for example, in urban we have logistics also, and raw materials is bought from a far off land. But in rural places the case is different. So even the people buying things, the expenditure on what they are spending their money, that is different.
Fine. As a student of zoology,
yes, sir,
please tell us about this ethics of food. For example, in India we have so many ethical standards which is attached with whether we should eat vegetarian food or non-vegetarian food. So as a student of zoology, what is your take on it? Which is more ethical?
Sir, as a student of zoology, sir, we have studied that there is a food chain and humans are on a very upper side of that food chain.
Mm.
So we can eat whatever we want. Like sir, we have teeth which are of a omnivore animal. We can eat vegetarian and we can eat non-vegetarian food also. But sir, studies has shown that the vegetarian people, they have lived longer.
Mhm.
Some researches are there on reducing our calorie intake
Right.
can increase our lifespan. So sir, I think it is moral to eat vegetarian food when we can also save the animals and we can also live longer.
So despite of having so much of storage of thorium and a well-structured 3-stage program, we are now more focusing on other kind of energy sources like solar, wind, etc. Why
Yes,
is it
sir.
so?
Sir, it's not good to keep all the eggs in one basket,
Mm.
especially when we have all these things. Like India, we have a good potential for solar energy and potential for wind energy also. So we should look into other.
Any specific threat related to nuclear energy?
Yes, sir, the health hazards which are related to the nuclear waste that is generated.
Right. My last question to you is that as per you, what is the likelihood of an India-China war kind of scenario coming up in next 2-3 years? Your opinion on it?
Sir, China is playing a different kind of war. There would not be a full-fledged war, I think. So they are playing a shadow war. So sir,
What is that?
so they would create a war-like situation to the level that it do not escalate to a full-fledged war,
Mhm.
and then they would retreat back.
So what kind of strategic advantage they have in this kind of situation?
Sir, one is that they are economically very vibrant,
Mhm.
and sir, geographically also they are located well.
Fine. Thank you, Shreya. Sir.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Shreya. Your interview
Yes,
is over.
sir.
You may go now.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sit down, Shreya.
Sir.
When is your interview?
Sir, 28th March.
28th March. Okay. Which attempt is this?
Sir, first attempt.
Very first attempt.
Sir, for the interview.
No, all together.
That's a third attempt.
Third attempt. And first mains and first interview.
Yes, sir.
How was your experience today?
Sir, it was nice. I think I could express my feelings.
You are a good candidate, Shreya.
Yes,
The
sir.
only thing which we have observed that suddenly, abruptly you end your conversation on any issue.
Yes, sir.
Suppose the moment you start generating interest in us,
Yes,
you
sir.
just cut it short. So
Yes,
try
sir.
to be more engaging in your attitude.
Okay.
Meaning thereby that if you say any question, what are the issues involved and all that, try to be more specific and
Okay.
more points can be given on certain
sir.
issues.
Okay, looking at the climatic conditions of the world, do you think climate change is a reality? If yes, what are the proofs?
Yes, sir. Climate change is a reality. Sir, proofs is provided by the IPCC report that has said that we are not on the track of reducing the climate change as we have the target in Paris Agreement to reduce it to 1.5 or 2 degrees Celsius. And then, sir, other proofs are there, so like sea level rise. So it is a proof. Then extreme weather events like the El Nino and the La Nina differences.
What are these things, El Nino and La Nina?
Sir, generally there is a cold ocean current along the western coast of South America, but then during the La Nina conditions there would be warm ocean current, because of which the temperature fluctuations are seen in India also, and during the monsoons heavy rainfall is seen in certain regions.
Okay, my last question, Shreya.
Yes, sir.
You said that Manpuri is named after some saint
Yes, sir.
and you named him.
Yes, sir.
Can you identify any of his contributions?
Sir, about Mayan Rishi, sir, I'm not aware of.
You only
Mayan.
know the name.
Yes, sir, I know the name.
Which period he belonged to?
Sir, it is a story of very ancient times. Sir, I think during the time of Vedic time, I think.
Okay.
Very old saint.
Thank you.
Shreya,
Yes.
There was a famous case in way back in 2015 known as Shreya Singhal versus Union of India.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me the background of this particular case and what was the ruling in this case?
Sir, I have heard about the name, but at the moment I can't recall the case.
No issues.